Students' class attendance, Table 2 and 2.1. End of semester oral examination performance, Tables 3 and 3.1. And overall academic results, which can be seen in Tables 4 and 4.1. The reasons 10 students are missing from Table 3 and Table 3.1, while all 275 target students' overall academic results can be seen is because a mark as well as a grade has to be awarded to each student whether or not they take and or complete the set assignments examinations for the unit. Analysis of Research Objective 1, Research Objective 2, and Research Objective 3 will be described in this section. Since students' academic grades are commonly categorized as fail, which is a mark less than 49%, pass 50 to 59%, credit 60 to 69%, distinction 70 to 79%, and high distinction 80 to 100%. This section concentrates on those 5 categories as performance indicators. Please take a look at Table 7. The purpose of Research Objective 1 was to investigate the links between LEP and students' class attendance, so-called SCA, for this presentation. In Table 7, the area below the top horizontal line shows the students' LEP attendance, while the left vertical line indicates SCA. The larger number of students shown in the right bottom corner of Table 7 indicates a better relationship between LEP and SCA, suggesting that the students participated in the LEP as well as attending lessons conscientiously. It can be observed that LEP is relative to SCA, meaning that students who participated in it more often were those who attended the lessons more frequently. Hence, it can be claimed that LEP participation can function as an indicator that students who didn't make use of it tended also to disregard the value of lesson attendance and skip lessons more frequently. In other words, reluctance to participate in LEP may be seen as a predictor of a negative shift in their attitude towards or attending lessons, which might in turn be taken as a reduction of their study motivation itself. In the current flexible learning environment, in which class attendance is not compulsory, this may be seen as a useful early warning sign for subject coordinators who can identify and approach at-risk students before problems develop with their studies. Research Objective 2 explores the relationship between LEP and end-of-semester oral examination. End-of-semester oral examination is shown as EOE for this presentation. Each category of LEP and EOE has been considered here. Of the 38 students categorized as fail for EOE, over 15% are those who didn't actually attend the EOE. The remaining 28 students are spread across the categories almost evenly, regardless of LEP performance. Overall, it is interesting to discover that there are some students in this category who didn't attend LEP very often. Among the 237 students who scored over 50%, there are 38 students, which is 16%, who didn't attend even half of the program requirements. On the other hand, there are 46 out of 237 students, which is just over 19%, with more than 80% recorded for both LEP performance and EOE performance, and this number increases to 90 out of 237 students, which is approximately 40%, if we add the students in the category of over 70% for both the LEP performance and EOE. In addition, there are only 3 students who achieved maximum LEP attendance but failed the EOE. If we include the number of students who attended LEP at over 70%, this figure will come up to only 13. This evidence suggests that LEP provides an opportunity for students who are not used to interacting in Japanese in an oral examination setting, and thus may feel disadvantaged about conversing with a native-speaking examiner. So the LEP can be promoted as a valuable opportunity for students to reduce the possibility of scoring less than 50% on the EOE. The third question to be examined is Research Objective 3, the links between students' LEP participation and their overall academic result. As mentioned earlier, the 5 categories of the subject grade are fail, pass, credit, distinction, and high distinction. The summary of the links between LEP and OAR can be observed in Table 9. Out of the total of 275 students, the numbers receiving each grade are fail, 18, pass, 29, credit, 49, distinction, 66, and high distinction, 113. In considering the 18 students who failed their unit, it can be seen that 7 didn't attend the LEP at all, 1 attended only once, and 6 attended a few times. It remains a concern that 2 students who attended fairly regularly failed the unit. One of these cases came about as a result of the students disregarding the lecturer's advice prior to the commencement of the unit that it was not suitable for his level at that time. He insisted on challenging his ability in the higher level, maintaining the diligent attitude and achieving a 70 to 79% LEP attendance rate. Another student who failed the subject despite a sound LEP attendance record of 80 to 89% was not concerned with his standing in the unit itself as part of his progress toward his degree, but was rather satisfied simply with engaging with the Japanese language itself and being in its language learning environment. In addition to these cases, other 16 students failed to record satisfactory LEP attendance. When considering students in terms of both LEP attendance and OAR, 215 students passed the subject and had more than 50% LEP attendance. 180 had over 60%, 137 had over 70%, and 84 had over 80%, the highest ratio category. On the other hand, out of the 17 students who failed, 15 had participated in the LEP less than 50%, of the other two students who attended LEP at 50 to 59% and 70 to 79%. One was with a language partner who had been his friend before the program, and another was having more interest in socialization than in learning itself. In other words, the majority of students who attended LEP conscientiously were able to obtain a pass mark or higher for the unit. Conclusion. The study discussed in this paper offered support for the theory that out-of-class interaction with native speakers of a target language can often, but not always, enhance students' motivation and/or level of engagement irrespective of their target language proficiency level, as well as having a positive effect on academic results. At least this has been the case for the Curtin University Language Exchange Program. And references are here. Thank you so much for listening.